Warning, this LEGO set actually made me dislike The Rise of Skywalker a little more.
Hey, I like The Rise of Skywalker.
What would you even know? Oh, hi Baby Yoda, I like your mask. Hello all, I'm Josh, this is Josh Builds Stuff, and so as not to leave you hanging, the reason that this ship made me dislike The Rise of Skywalker a little more was because I actually like it a lot. I know, misdirection, but hear me out. I think the sequels underutilized the full potential of what could have been really cool side characters, and by association, a really cool ship. I'll elaborate in a second, but first, the LEGO set. This is the Knights of Ren transport ship, which is scheduled to be released in September 2020, but clearly can be found in some stores early. This set contains 595 pieces, is suitable for ages 9+, and costs $70 here in the US. As for the underutilization of the Knights of Ren, I think in the sequels their only real purpose ended up being an opportunity to show off what the costume department was capable of, because their sweet outfits were almost their only redeeming quality. Otherwise, all they really did was try to stop Kylo Ben, and they ended up going out, kinda like punks. I just think it's fun to imagine a trilogy where the Knights were introduced early and used throughout the movies as minor villains, and I think we easily could have found the time to feature these characters in place of some of the lesser appreciated or lesser necessary scenes, I might call them. You know the ones. LEGO has named this set the Knights of Ren transport ship, which is technically correct, but its actual name is the Night Buzzard. Night as in nighttime, not night as in Knight of Ren. But I believe that because Night Buzzard was never actually said in the movies, that LEGO was playing it a little safe and wanted to reach a wider audience by calling this set by a more generic name. If you're struggling to remember when this ship is actually seen in Star Wars, you're not alone. It was very briefly seen in The Rise of Skywalker, maybe other times, but even I'm forgetting when that might have been. But this is seen right before the Pisana scenes, that's the sandy planet in The Rise of Skywalker, right before Rey destroys a ship that looks a lot like this one with her Force lightning. Spoiler alert. But I brought this ship in specifically because it is also called a transporter. However, it has one very distinct feature that our Knights of Ren transporter does not. If I were to open up the top of this ship, it actually has cargo space, or space where you can transport something. However, the Knights of Ren ship has a very small hatch in the top, which could hardly transport a minifigure sitting down. A few years ago, LEGO also released a Resistance transporter ship, which could also, you guessed it, transport things in its interior space. So that's one small thing I have against the Knights of Ren transport ship, is that it does feel a little small once it's built, especially for a $70 set. I think they could have given us 100, 200 more pieces and scaled it up by just a little bit. Normally we would talk set details here, but I want to talk minifigures first, because this set gave us the last two Knights of Ren that we needed to complete the whole team, knightdom, crew, gang, whatever you'd call them. The whole Knights of Ren group is now available in LEGO minifigure form. All you have to do is spend $400 and get some sets that probably aren't available anymore. Those four ships are before me, and they are the Sith TIE Fighter, the Kylo Ren Shuttle set, one of Poe Dameron's many X-Wing sets, and of course the Knights of Ren Transporter, which we're reviewing right now. And I gotta say, I think it's going pretty well. So like I said, in order to get all of these figures, you would have had to spend $400, so at this point you may be better off searching on secondhand sites. And for that reason, I imagine these Knights of Ren minifigures may sell for quite a bit. All of these Knights of Ren actually do have names, and the latest two that we get in this set are named Kuruk and Cardo, with a K and a C respectively. And I don't know about you, but if my space parents gave me a name like Vickrel, I might run off and join a galactic gang just like these guys did. But enough about the least appreciated boy band in the galaxy, let's take a closer look at the details and the build of this ship. Oh yeah, Rey's in this set too. As for the ship itself, like I said, I actually really dig the aesthetic, and it totally looks like something that a bunch of bad guys would be cruising the galaxy in. However, it is a little empty. If we look at the bottom of the ship here, we can see that it's mostly just panels attached to a single row of Technic supports. We do get these cool ski feet on the bottom of it, but otherwise there's not really much substance to this ship. Like I said, there's only a couple of spots that actually open up, and they are very small. These back two are kind of a spot where you can stick a single minifigure each, I guess as like a turret position, and then this interior in the front is a very tiny cargo area, if you can even call it that. So I think what LEGO was going for here is obviously a super scaled down version of the actual ship while capturing some of the big details. The engine shapes I think look really cool. I like this exposed tubing on the sides, the really sharp pointy fronts, and it's got a little bit of a play feature with a couple of flick missiles that you can trigger with these buttons here. All in all though, neat ship, very cool looking, also very small. When it comes to the build for this set, what you see is pretty much what you get. As with most ships, there's a lot of symmetry and so a bit of repetition between the left and right side. However, along the top of the ship there was some variation, and so that makes the build pretty fun. Obviously there are a lot of blacks and grays when building this ship, so I would recommend accompanying it along with a Batman soundtrack, and my recommendation would be that by Danny Elfman from the movie Batman. In reality though, there were some interesting build techniques in order to achieve the very distinct looking, sharp, angled look of a lot of this ship. All in all though, I think this build took about 30 to 45 minutes if you're taking your time, or could take even longer if you include the Hans Zimmer soundtracks from the Christopher Nolan Batman movies in your playlist as well. So my final thoughts on this set, and I'll try to keep it brief because this video is going long. I've always wanted official LEGO Firefly sets, and now we finally got this great looking reverse ship. I only hope it means we're getting a UCS version of the Serenity very soon. If you didn't understand those references, please go watch all of Firefly right now. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe for many more like it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Baby Yoda, Baby Kylo Ren, Baby Kylo Ben, Baby Ben, Baby Ben. We can call him Baby Ben.
You got issues, man.
Please, not in front of the child.